Hey, hello everyone. This is Sriram Kumar, and I have Manoj in front of me, PMP certified. We can see he's glowing, shining. I was just checking what's the secret. I think after PMP, people get more shining. So, first, congratulations, Manoj, for this great achievement.
Thank you, Shriram, and all credit goes to you and the entire ShriLearning team, because you know at what situation I was and how difficult it was me to even think about it, but you made
Mm,
it happen.
cool, man. You're so humble, huh? Giving the credit to others. Huh?
Oh,
You worked, dude. You worked day and night. Here it is. I was just talking with Manoj. Manoj, what is this? I was asking, what is this? What is this? What is this? Just look at the certificates list. Huh? It's going on. So you made a habit of doing certification regularly? Is it your
yes,
habit?
yes.
Nice.
Every January, I try to register for any certification and try to finish it by the end of December.
Ooh. That's a wonderful resolution, man.
Yeah,
Huh?
because
That's
there are some big certification like if I talk about ITL 4 MP, but
uh-huh.
before that I had to complete ITL V3 expert. Now that expert had 5 exams,
Uh-huh.
then one MLC, 6 papers. So that took 1.5 years like this.
Okay. Okay, that's cool, man. You're doing a good job. Okay, that makes Manoj to on September 12th crack it. I'm sure again January 1st of 2020 is going to put something else. Huh? Is that?
Already there is a pipeline.
God's sake, man. Look at you guys are crazy. You people are so inspiring us, right? Now I'm getting inspired from you that we have to
Oh,
do something nice. So nice. Nice. Good to know. So now, Manoj, give a little background. What are you? Which city you are? What is special in your city? Huh? Talk about it a little bit.
oh, so I am in the capital of India, Delhi.
Uh, a lot of special there.
Yes, lots of specialty there. And I am currently actually I'm working for a company, it's a MNC, and
Ah,
head office is in Bangalore itself, CAI.
uh-huh.
But I'm working as an ITSM consultant and
Mhm,
currently giving consultancy to one of the logistic company in Delhi.
mhm, mhm,
So it's been 2.5 years with this organization. Before that, I have been in the IT sector since around 2009 onwards.
mhm,
Before that, I have worked in the BPO as well.
mhm.
I was working for Microsoft support, Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, all those.
Man, I was searching for the people who work in Vista. You
Yes,
remember that was a big good thing, also a little hard thing with Vista.
that was just a transformative effort by the Microsoft to
Yeah.
upgrade the hardware. That's all. Even Microsoft knew that it's not going to work.
Okay, good to know. So where is the spark? I know you want to do every year something. Where's the spark you want to get to the PMP, leadership or management?
See, this PMP actually, it's a journey of an entire decade.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
First time I got to know about PMP in September 2011.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay.
One of my immediate supervisor, Varun Khanna, I have
Uh-huh.
mentioned his name as well. So he was used to be my
I think
supervisor.
your mic is giving some sound. Maybe you can set it up properly. Yeah, now it's good. Proceed.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's clear now. Proceed.
Okay, sorry.
Mm.
So the Varun Khanna was he used to be my supervisor that time, and I was working for as a SME for the GTS team, Global
Mm.
Technology Solutions, so core technical IT team for the company.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
And he used to give me so many assignments for learning,
Mm.
internal
Mm.
learning portal and all those things.
Uh-huh.
First time he told me about the Prince 2, ITL, PMP, everything. So PMP was something when I explored about it, then I realized, oh, this is not a cup of tea for me for now. It's very expensive. Lots of knowledge is required. But I started with ITL
Uh-huh.
Foundation. Then I started with ITL Intermediate. Then I did the Prince 2 certification.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow after there's lots of ups and downs, in life. Then it
But
happened.
tell me, 2011 itself, you came to know nearly 10 years. It is developing within you, right? I think the right seed put on the right time for you.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man. That's pretty interesting to know. Okay, all good. Now, when you came into the game, we heard in 2011, fine, you're junior by the time, slowly you're growing. So when that fire, the volcano started coming out.
This fire came in around 1 year ago.
COVID,
Very,
huh?
very interesting story. I was in a
Uh-huh.
meeting with the client side,
Mm-hmm.
and we were reviewing one of the contract that I was
Mm,
supposed to lead. In
mm,
the contract, there was a line, simplicity.
mm,
That statement was there in the contract. The
mm.
amount of, no, amount of work not done to be avoided. I thought,
Ah.
maximizing the amount of work not to be done. Is it something written correctly or incorrectly?
Okay.
And where I mean, literally I asked this thing in the meeting.
Uh,
Lots of leadership was there.
uh,
The CIO of the organization was there. He is very kind. Like, actually, he used to tell me always go for the management training. So
uh,
he is my latest inspiration.
mm,
So he just smiled and looked at me and then asked, okay, scroll up. So, but once meeting was over, that
uh,
thing was in my mind. Something was wrong. So I
mm,
came outside. I booked the cab, and entire way I was
mm,
googling and YouTube. And
mm,
by the time I reached at home, I was
mm,
perfect with all this agile manifesto.
mm,
And
mm,
during that exploration, I thought, okay, now this is the time go for the PMP.
mm,
Or
mm,
you can say, PMP was not PMI was not ready. It kept iterating itself from PMBOK 4, 5, 6,
mm,
7. Now in PMBOK 7, when agile was integrated,
mm.
then possibly it came to my level.
Ah, see? Nice. Good to know. Good to know. I think the weekend classes were able to manage for you. Sit and listen for 4 hours per day on Saturday and Sunday. That's good. You did that. And one thing is found you with is you never miss a weekend test. You will be
Yes,
always there. Huh?
yes.
You never miss anything.
Actually, I joined April batch, but
Mm-hmm.
just after the second week class, I got infected with the COVID,
Mm,
and it was very severe. Actually, that took around 2 months to recover.
mm,
And
mm,
after that, I got another type of round due to some previous issue in my spine to some
mm-hmm.
extent. So
Mm-hmm.
this post-COVID effects impacted that,
Mm.
and for that, finally, doctor asked me to go for the bed rest for a month,
Oh.
and then only it will be recovered. Otherwise, keep working and sitting long time, it will not recover. I thought,
Mm,
okay, the first week, I tried to spend with the Netflix and YouTube, all these things.
mm,
But in
mm,
this story, that doctor was also a stakeholder who kept giving me that kind of medicine that made me drowsy and sleepy every time, and
mm,
there was no
and
time. So after 2 weeks, I realized,
mm,
man, every day getting these kind of posts in the chat, group chat.
uh,
This has cleared. This has cleared. This has cleared. What I'm doing here? Just
it triggered something to you.
yes, just watching YouTube and Netflix. What the hell is this? Started reading Rita again. I mean,
uh,
I was left by 2 or 3 chapters only.
uh, uh,
And the biggest problem was that I was not in situation because laying on bed, you can't
mm,
hold that thick book. It was not
mm,
easy, and
mm,
neither you can hold the laptop for all the time. So
mm.
by all the study, all the mocks, all the test went through the mobile only.
Ah, okay. Very good. That's quite interesting. And again, let's go to a little bit on the preparation part. When it comes to preparation part, how many hours you are able to spend with your family and your corporate life? Were you able to spend some good time? How you did that?
See, preparation earlier when I started that time, definitely I was able to make it around 3-4 hours
Mm-hmm.
early in morning. But recently, when I was in medical leave, it was not easy, and not because of that. I had full day, right?
Mm,
But
mm,
that stakeholder, that doctor, he
mm.
was behaving like typical functional manager.
Uh-huh.
Buddy, I will keep you giving my task. You can't do any other work. He
Uh,
kept giving me those medicine, and I was completely out of sense. But still, I
mm,
was trying to manage for 2 hours, 2.5 hours per day, just
mhm,
to make the mocks and analyzing the questions. That
mhm.
really helped me.
That's good. That's good.
And the overall, that dopamine, your words, your daily speech, your videos, they are
Uh-huh.
not only impact like injected like intravenous injection. It get injected directly.
The
Seriously.
dopamine factor.
Yes, yes.
Happy to know that that people are taking the right sense. Sometimes I used to worry that this kind of philosophy should not go in the wrong way. But what I found is the last few years I'm keep talking about this philosophy. I don't know why this started from the day one of my classes. I always had this philosophy, and it has turned many of them in the sense of getting in the right direction.
No, they are
Some
very
good, nice to know. Nice to know. Good. Now let's go to the exam part. Now, before getting to the exam part, how do you increase the question? I mean, the mark, the scores. You would have increased some percentage over a period of time, right? And how does this happen? Because this is a major question from everyone. I'm stuck with 50%. I'm stuck with 60%. It's not going furthermore. So, do you have anything to tell to them? Do this, maybe you'll improve a little more.
See, I did lots of my own techniques. Um, if I tell you honestly, I had around 3 weeks when I started this again, towards the examination preparation. And when I became serious, okay, let's go ahead and do it. Doesn't matter what is the result. So because I finished my with all the leaves, I didn't have any leave balance, and it was very difficult to get another leave. So I thought, okay, let's finish it. And I remember, one of the user story from my batch, Ramya.
Hmm.
She told that she tried to, learn from the diagrams and graphs.
Right.
She mentioned that, and that worked. And even you told so many times that visual representations are always more effective than the learning textbooks.
Right.
What I tried to, visualize the entire project, or PMP as a project,
Mm,
and try to relate multiple stakeholders who are doing what role.
mm,
Like
mm,
PMI as a customer, then you became a product owner
mm,
who is
mm,
representing the PMI. Then
mm.
Rahul became the servant leader, 24 by 7. You know, he is just facilitating everyone. No matter what kind of obstacles are there, he is there. Just ping
Mm.
him 24 by 7. That guy is ready. And then we
Okay.
all the aspirants are like team members,
Mm.
are discussing those 10 questions like a daily stand up.
Uh-huh.
Every day in the
Uh-huh.
morning, everybody would know what I did good, what we had to do today now.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Then your weekly meetings, weekly test, and like a retrospective, what was wrong, what went well, all this. That's
Okay.
how I analyzed. And sometime when team members say, "Hey, I got this YouTube video, go for it. These
Mm.
kind of courses are very good. You can go for that."
Mm.
So kind of internal team is trying to give you some different level of solution, but
Mm.
again, it cannot be accepted unless the product owner is approving. Go to
Ah.
Sriram, asking whether it's useful or not. And if he say, okay, go ahead, you can do that. Okay. Every time as per the PMI exam pattern, you are
Uh-huh.
refining the backlog. Now you have to study this thing. You have to study this thing. Now
Uh-huh.
this is important. You can leave it. Like, no.
Mm.
So you kept doing all those things like refining the backlog, prioritization, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then to-do list was already given by Rahul that you
Mm.
have to study like this. These are the sprints for you.
Mm.
Final checklist that was
Mm.
also given. This many Rita question, this many chapter test, this is the marks that you have to cover. So this
Mm.
was the kind of checklist.
Mm.
So I was trying to relate everything and I was getting right answer. And whenever I was stuck in any question, I related to this scenario, and trust me, I was able to get the right answer.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Nice. Nice to know. Nice to know. Good. I like that a way of analogy you put through the whole system of PMP.
And
Fantastic.
then the final score I share with you, that was the validation time. The product owner has to validate whether it's a product is deliverable or not. Once you validated, you remember last week I told you,
Uh,
you are the product owner of my project, and
yeah.
you validate it, it's going to be closed now.
God, man, you spoiled by project management.
And again,
Okay.
very very important, that is the lessons learned
Right,
that we are
right.
doing in these success stories.
True, true.
Starting with this success story with
Mm,
all the previous lesson learned, then in our own journey, and we have to finish with this success story only.
Good, man. Very interesting. Very interesting. I think you have to shift from Delhi to Bollywood. Maybe you can
Oh.
frame something. You know how to frame
No. I'm happy here. I'm very happy.
Okay, nice. Good to know. So, how much family supported you? You keep sitting with the computer reading. Did they bug you?
Sriram, I think it's not only me. Nobody can say that this journey can be possible without family support. There are three pillars actually. Your office, your work, everybody has work, your family, and your social life. You have to
Right.
sacrifice with all three.
Right. Understand. When you say sacrifice, how you easily came out of Netflix? Because people one go to Netflix, it's pretty hard to come out.
No, I usually am not fond of any these things. I don't watch TV or I don't
Mm.
watch because I really,
Mm.
you saw that I am always, engaged with any kind of learning.
Yeah.
This
But
was
you,
something because I was on bed, so I didn't have
that
any.
time you started. Thankfully, you came out right time. Okay, give some hint of exam. Did you went online, center?
No, it was a Proctor based because that was my requirement.
Mhm.
And for that I had to do lots of preparation, all the risk analysis, risk planning, risk
Mhm.
management plan, what all can be done. And
Okay.
laptop may discharge, so I tested it just before, one day before that, how much backup it's giving to me.
Okay.
I
Okay.
found, okay, I'm getting it 4 hours, that is fine. Now what if Wi-Fi may flick due
Mm.
to power outage? I
Mm.
installed the mini UPS. Okay, I
Mm.
can't take any risk.
Mm.
And
Mm.
entire family was aware that I had to write the exam, so there were no choice. So but everything was planned, but no project can be completed without any unknown. That happened with me as well. What happened, early morning I woke up on time, 8:30 was my exam schedule, so I was supposed to log in at 8.
Mhm.
So I was ready by 7:30 because since last 3 weeks I had a habit that every day I was revising eco with
Mhm.
enablers. That was the key, and I think that is the key point anybody should follow. That is going to give you almost 30 to 40 straightforward answers.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay.
So I used to do it. So I just tried to revise it. It was around 7:45.
Mm.
Everything was well planned.
That.
Immediately I saw noise from outside my window. Somebody started marble cutting. You can imagine the kind of noise it was, marble cutting.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's immediately just after my window. So I thought,
God,
what to do
man.
now? I have heard so many success story from, even this Radha, that Proctor was, ask her to go to send the laptop and show me the shadow. These kind of guys, these are, I really, I thought, okay, what to do now? Trust me,
Okay.
I was absolutely, clueless, but
Ah.
immediately something triggered. There's an app, Crisp.
Ah.
This is a noise cancellation application. I heard about it, but there was a chance that Pearson View does not allow any third-party application,
Right.
and
Right.
this Crisp application give you exactly 240 minutes per week, free minutes.
Mm.
I thought, okay, I don't have any other choice. Let me try it. I installed,
Mm.
registered, created account,
Mm.
and tested with the
Mm.
flow. It worked. Okay,
Mm.
so okay, that is okay, fine. I mean, I can listen that noise, but at least that Proctor will not listen. Okay.
Mm.
Now the problem is that I had only 240 minutes,
Mm.
and out of that I had to use 230 minutes in exam.
Mm.
So I was waiting till 8:25
Mm.
to log in and then test the system. I didn't
Okay.
want to, waste any of the minutes.
Very cautious on that.
Yes,
Mm.
so I logged it at 8:20, and immediately I was able to. I mean, calculation was very fine, and I was able to start my exam by 8:31.
Mm.
It was very smooth. I would say, I have heard so many problems in the Proctor.
Yeah, that's what I want to check out with you. Many have this problem, worry. Many come to me and ask, Shriram, can I go to online or center? Some of them telling problem, people are preferring to go to center. So would you say that online is good? Just go ahead and take it.
Exactly. If you have a stable internet connection, there's nothing to
Mm.
worry. It was so easy, you know. I just removed all the unnecessary things from my room.
Mm.
And when I started, Proctor came. It's a Vishal, is the name Vishal. So he
Mm.
just asked me, okay, you need to upload your ID card.
Mm.
And I just clicked the pictures, uploaded
Mm.
from mobile.
Mm.
And
Mm.
then he said, okay, show me your surrounding. So I just
Mm.
rotated my laptop 360 and he said, okay, everything is fine. You can start
Mm.
just
Mm.
within 2-3 minutes.
That's it.
Yeah. And after that, my exam was ended. Then never ever I got any ping from Proctor.
God, man, that's pretty good. Very good.
No interruption.
Okay, just reiterate one more time. The noise reduction, how you did one more time for the benefit of others.
Yeah. So what happened? This application, when you start testing your system, the
Mm.
first thing is your mic test.
Mm.
So system automatically detect your integrated mic. At the same time, it will show you the crisp microphone as well.
Mm.
So just select the crisp microphone and enable the noise cancellation.
Crisp microphone. How do you do that? It's a system-based one, or you have to install any software for it?
It's a small software.
Okay, what is the software name?
Crisp, KRISP.
KRISP. Okay, it's a free version and we can use it.
Yeah, it's a paid 250 minutes per week. It's a free of cost. After that, if you need that, you can pay.
Okay, so for this 4 hour, it will help you.
Yeah. So what happened every Sunday morning, 5:30, it credits your news minutes. And luckily, my exam was at Sunday.
So you had for 4 hours of time with you. So you will run that software. Just put the mic, arrest the background sound. Very
Yes.
good. Now, why I've asked this question is many have this worry. Can I take this in the exam part at home where there is some sound behind my office place or maybe in my home? Now that's going to help a lot. It's a good
Some
news.
time ago, I think around a year ago, I tested that for one of my office meeting. I had a leadership meeting, and at that time there are lots of noise going on. So while googling, I knew that, and I tested that. And it was very effective. So that triggered in mind. But I was worried. I don't know whether this Pearson view after launching will it allow it or it will ask me to close. But there was no prompt. It accepted.
That's good. That's good. Fantastic. So now the exam, are you able to manage the time efficiently? That 4 hours?
Oh, I had so much time.
You've done almost all questions.
All question. My first 60 questions were finished by 65 minutes. And I would say there were not very lengthy questions. And from question number 1, I got maybe, PMI was giving me all the easiest questions. I don't know what happening. Maybe they were thinking like this guy is chasing me 10 years, just get rid of, give the easiest question. First part was completed within 65 minutes and then I took a break. And it was pre-planned that I will take break for 15 minutes that I needed. So I started the break. There was no ping, nothing. Just I started my break, went on break and returned by 15 minutes. And by that time, at that 5 minutes were deducted from my exam time. I knew. But 61st question, again, bouncer started coming. So I remembered, you told me in success story that, never underestimate PMI. They will keep playing till last ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. 61st to 120 question, all questions I came were so lengthy, 5-liner, 6-liner, long answer like this. So for that section, it took me around 85 minutes, 80 or 85 minutes. Then again, I took a break for 15 minutes. Then the last section.
Okay, for benefit of all, the break is given only 10 minutes. How do you make it 15 minutes?
No, if you don't come by 10 minutes, it will automatically start. Continue.
We will lose our 5 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It will be deducted from your exam time.
Right. Why I ask this? Somebody shouldn't think that for Manoj PMI gate 15 minutes break. No.
Okay. The moment you click on the start break on the screen with your image, it will start. A countdown will start. And the moment the 10 minutes is over, it will start automatically exam time. I mean, the exam will not start, but your time will start deducting. So when you start your exam, you will have 5 minutes lesser than the expected time.
Okay. That's quite interesting.
Last section, I took around 70 minutes. Then also I had around 10 minutes left.
God, man, you're pretty fast, I believe. You got this fast behavior for a long time.
Yes. First of all, I never believe in skipping the questions. I
Mm,
never put any question for any review. It's not only this exam, all my
mm,
exams, even ITL, professional expert exams everywhere. I
mhm,
never put any question for review. Whatever I have to do, just do it now. That works for me at least. No
mhm.
second thought. And
Okay.
second thing, it happened like sometime we see in the mock test, first 3-4 lines like Ramayana, Mahabharata. There is no relevance with the question, but the
Uh,
last line is the only question.
uh,
But I did not find any such question in the actual exam. And
mm.
even if was the case, I never leave any statement. I always start from the first word to last word. Then only I can understand the question.
Got it. That's really good. So now one question. People reading the book of Rita 10th or Timbuk 6, but still they're worried. Did I cover all the subject? Because you have something questions on math that is about EVM calculations. If you go to procurement, there'll be some contract based, some questions are there. And schedule management, you have some math oriented. They are dilemma whether I've many times said questions are not coming, but little worry, what if question comes in? So what kind of questions you cannot express or openly tell here because PMI ethics says you cannot share the questions. But what will you point that for the people who worried about this area?
See, for me, not a single question with calculation. No
Mm,
question at all.
mm,
And even if it comes, I was fully prepared that if I get any long calculation, I will directly skip. I'm
mm,
not going to waste any time on that because based on all the previous success story, I was fully prepared that hardly it may come maybe one or two only. So even if I lose those two questions, still I'm going to win.
mm, mm.
So
That makes sense.
because see, honestly, I did not have that much time to prepare for the calculations. So I
Mm,
was focusing and eliminating all those things where the contribution was very less and time contribution was very high.
mm,
So I
mm,
left all the calculation part
mm,
and stayed with the concepts only.
mm.
And question that I got is a very easy, very easy. Around three questions I got from the matchmaking.
Pretty
But
straight.
at this time I got the dragging from left to right, whereas in
Uh-huh.
all previous success stories I heard that it was right to left. At this time I got a left to right.
By Vastu, they would have changed some direction.
Maybe. So that worked.
Uh, okay.
Two questions were from graph with
Mm-hmm.
the burn down chart, and one was a simple graph like CPI and SPI graph was given, and based on that, a very simple question whether the project is going ahead or under budget.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Perfectly good. Superb. I'm so happy the way you did. When you came to the last button, are you sure that you are PMP certified? You felt that you got the feel.
I was sure even after my 35th question.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Look at the way. First shot you got ready. I'm going to win this game. Huh?
Yes.
Right?
35th
Have
question.
you seen India Australia matches? I'm talking 10 years back, 15 years back. Whatever score India make a target, Australia will come inside. They will come with the mindset we will win.
Yes.
They don't bother whatever you score. You may score 425 runs, we'll win. That's the same mindset India got 5 years back or 4 years back.
Now
Something like that I'm hearing from you.
I was very, very sure, even one day before,
Yeah.
I was very cool. I watched the Kapil Sharma show and yes, the Kapil Sharma show and then slept for around 7 hours and then woke up at the right time. And I'm very cool. There is no pressure at all.
I can see that, man. You have a list of certificate. What is that pressure? You know what is certificate.
Well, the thing is, what happens? Maybe that was the magic of your statement. You said, I asked you, hey, Shriram, my scores are not increasing.
Uh,
And you said, don't worry, your certificate is kept there. Just go ahead and unlock it.
you are ready. What else to do? There was one person, he was scoring above 85%. Asked me, can I book an exam? You didn't book the exam? Man, you are right tomorrow. 85% if you're scoring and you're not taking the exam, what shall I say?
My score, initially my score started with 40, 45%.
Right.
And that gradually started only the key is analyzing your wrong answers. That's all. I think
Right.
mocks is the only key. Once you go through the one book, any book, maybe Rita or Pembok, any book will work, whatever you like. And after that, the only thing is you have to analyze, spend all your energy in analyzing the questions.
Right.
That's all.
Right. That's a right statement. Put all your
Because,
energy in analysis.
because even if you spend 15 days in analysis, you will go through somewhere 1500 to 2000 scenarios,
Wow.
right? And
Wow.
in those scenarios, you are going to analyze and put yourself to understand what was the situation, what decision was,
Perfect.
and
Perfect.
how I had to come outside.
Well said.
So
Well said.
that made me helping in the continuous improvement. In one mock, I went to till I scored 90%, I think, but most of the scores were somewhere 65 to 70.
90%, huh?
Yeah, one mock was a 90%.
That's a peak, right? Peak performance. That's good, man. Really happy, really happy. So now I know you gave some good tips for the people who are preparing, and your study pattern looks good. Your way of approaching the questions and exams are good, right? Is there anything more tips you want to give to the people who are preparing?
Yes, I think who are starting right now. I would suggest to spend some time in the study hall as well.
That's right. That's
Study
right.
hall, study hall language is pretty much similar to the original exam, and not only the questions, go for the lessons as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Lessons language are those lessons are written well, well
What is
explained.
what is there inside the lessons?
Everything that you teaching,
Explain.
complete chapter is there, but it's very short and crispy.
Yeah, to the point.
Yes, to the point, like our agile practice guide. I
That's
really like that book. That is one of the best book I have ever seen.
good book, right? That book was underrated for a long time. Okay, Pimbok 6th edition came on 2017 September.
Yes.
People underrated it. And then now everyone love that book.
No, I really like that. And in fact, after that, I started reading a few chapters, stakeholder and communication. I read from Pimbox 7 as well.
Very
And then
good.
I realized, Pimbox 7 is something, decent book. And now maybe I'm going to finish it now.
Perfect. Perfect.
And
Great.
in study hall, not only the lessons and exams, there are so many other things. Like there is one gaming section. In that game section, there are puzzles, matchmaking, all those things. I would suggest to go with that because that is very interesting. It takes 10 minutes to finish one puzzle. And puzzles are like you will get the definition and you have to fill the terminology. It actually works like a lexicon study.
Yeah, that's right.
Rather than revising to lexicon, because few of them maybe feeling bored while reading all this long
You
chapters.
can't read it. It'll
So
get.
that is a perfect gamified version that anybody can go spend any time while you are having one cup of tea. Maybe you can play that, and I found it really good.
Nice. That's quite
I
interesting.
explored everything that I could do in the mobile, so I spent.
You did end to end, man. That's I think your success story is going to help many people. You shared about noise reduction software. You spoke about study hall, the preparation model. I really like this, and this video is going to help many people. That's nice. Super. Great. Great. Thanks for all the tips, and special thanks in the late in the night. It's around 10 o'clock. We pulled you.
No, I think we are used to late night meetings.
Nice, nice. And again, I keep telling all, apply. What you learn, apply.
Yes,
Right.
that's it.
All
That
right.
is what
And
I understand. It's not only this exam, from all my previous, because maybe ITL 4 version that also turned from bureaucratic approach to the agility. Uh, if you are aware about the ITL, ITL was a very bureaucratic in V3, and that's the reason it was very difficult for most of the organization, especially emerging organization. It was not easy to afford. So there was a time when industry started discussing whether ITL is going out of the market or not. But they revamped. They came with the V4, and that V4 is nothing but the talking about valuable delivery. Same thing happened with the PMI. Now every framework is going towards the value delivery, not the process. So this is the perfect time. Whatever we are learning, that has to be implemented, and I think we are in the right phase, in the right
Right,
time when we can
right.
actually go ahead and apply these learnings in the market.
Perfect, perfect. See, market is not still much matured. Market is
Yes,
looking for people who can apply these kind of skills, and
yes,
those are the
yes,
people going to become a top leaders.
exactly.
Rightly said, rightly said. Super. Great, Mr. Manoj PMP, the rock star with the ITIL and all the list of certificates. Let the certificates names keep going bigger and bigger and bigger. Put come on, come on, come on.
Well
Keep
kept on.
adding, keep adding more. I'm so happy that you came up here to give wonderful interview and appreciate it. And all the viewers for watching this program, I'm sure you would have catched up a lot from Manoj. One is online exam is pretty smooth, nothing to worry.
Very
Even
smooth.
though sounds come back, he gave one particular software name where you can download that and utilize it too. Third, he gave study hall has a lot of information. Go for it. I'm seeing many people are going to some simulators in the market, which is expensive. Once upon a time, I used to recommend. Now I feel that it's cheaper cost, $15. You get everything. So do that. And again, he's very clear on the preparation model, question analysis model. So Manoj has given a lot of information. I'm sure this video is going to help you a lot. Give him likes, wishes for this great success.
Thanks, Shriram, to you and entire Shriram Learning, that Robom and Rahul special. Thanks.
You can catch up Rahul. He's around Delhi. You'll meet him somewhere in the supermarket. Hey,
Oh,
that's Rahul. Okay, nice. Keep rocking, and wish to see you more high growing. Okay,
thank you.
super.
Thanks.
Thank you.